We are, ladies and gentlemen, dear obedient, because I'm obedient myself. Thank you. The 2023 general election is a watershed election for Nigeria, and we must not take it for granted. Nigeria is on the brink of collapse, and we must all join hands as citizens, opposition, civil society, to make sure that we save our dear country. The use of the BVAS machine has greatly improved the outcome of elections in Nigeria. The Labour Party can boldly say it. It is this confidence that Nigerians have in the system that has caused the renewed vigor which we have seen in the recent past in young people in Nigeria coming out to register and deciding to generally participate in the electoral process, which before their interest was low, because when people think the elections is not free, when people think the election is not credible, people stay back at home. But with this confidence and with the improved electoral atmosphere, where people now are now convinced that there's a perception and there's even a belief that INEC will do the right thing, people are out deciding to put their own faith in their hands through the ballot. That hope in Nigeria must not be allowed to wane because of the activities of few individuals who are in power today. Power is transit. Power comes from God Almighty, and nobody should attempt to hold onto power by all means, even without the mandate of the people. We, therefore, as call on all Nigerians, and particularly all obedience in our brothers and sisters, both in opposition and in the civil society. Nigerians have resolved that the 2023 election will be peaceful, credible, free, and fair. And for that to happen, Labour Party will insist on the use of BVAS for accreditation and an electronic transmission of results from the polling unit. Any plan to conduct any election without electronic transmission or any plan to deactivate the BVAS from the INEC server will be resisted and confronted by Nigerian people as an assault on our democracy. The vote must count and must not only count, must be seen to have counted. What we are saying is that for you to have a credible election, people must believe that the processes leading to that election is credible enough to stand the test of time. Like when you are going to conduct election, when people start to have apprehension, that means that election already has been defeated. So we cannot allow the gains that have been made by the Independent Electoral Commission to be washed away by some very few greedy Nigerians who are determined to hold on to power through the back door. For us to make Nigeria work for all, where the children of the ordinary man can participate in the multi-party democratic process and win election, we must make INEC truly independent, and we must not come with the onoge kind of backdoor service to be able to turn and win the hands of the commission to do what it is not supposed to do. Election now is that you go to your neighbor, you go to people and knock their doors and tell them you want to represent them. If they decide that you are qualified enough to represent them, they will go to the ballot and cast their vote. And that vote must be allowed to stand and be counted by the Independent Electoral Commission and their representative. The COP, the Coalition for United Political Party, after this information reached the coalition, the public secretary and all the team of the steering committee investigated and found out that we cannot continue to use state services to suppress the will of the people. And right now, as of yesterday, the president gave award to a co-guide, an Igala man who found money in a bank and returned it. Now, this man who is currently being detained illegally should have been part of those who were awarded yesterday for doing a noble job for saving our country from those who want to kidnap it. So, but as we speak right now, this person is under detention. For us to save this country, every person must speak up. Just like the courageous people, the spokesman, the chairman of the Committee for Mobilization, the chairman for Committee of Media, as they are speaking up. So I thank you very much for coming here. I will thank the media for shedding light on these illegal activities of those who are trying to hold Nigeria down.
Thank you. Elections this time must be free and fair. So I was speaking on behalf of the People's Democratic Party, and it is good to let us know that the People's Democratic Party was the custodian of this nation for 16 good years, and the journey to free and fair election has been midwifed by the People's Democratic Party. We lost the election in 2015 because we wanted a free and fair process. And we cannot stand by and watch any person or group of persons truncate our democracy due to their desperation to clean power by all means. The PDP introduced the electronic voting process through the use of the card reader. Today, there is BVAS. We insist and support the INEC all the way on its insistence on the use of the BVAS for accreditation, as well as for transmission of results directly from the polling units. We shall stand against any plot to unlawfully remove the INEC federal commissioners, including the chairman, or a withdrawal of the use of the BVAS under any guise. We shall do everything within the corridors of within our own control to ensure that election is free, fair, credible, peaceful, and acceptable. We invite all Nigerians to be on the lookout and say no to any attempt to cook any story with which any person wants to cause a change in INEC. In 2019, we slipped and they removed the Chief Justice of Nigeria. We shall never allow them to get away with such attempts again. Thank you very much.